So it looks like Wendy Williams has completely isolated herself, including from her staff at the Wendy Williams Show. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So the last time we reported on Wendy Williams was just this past week. We reported on an incident that happened back in 2020 in her apartment when she was filming the Wendy Williams Show. And if you missed that video, I'll post a link in the description, but it was literally, based on this report, Wendy Williams rock bottom. Since then, we've seen Wendy Williams coming out of a wellness center in Florida. Her son, Kevin, little Kev, posted on social media her eating some food in bed. It seems as if Wendy Williams is on the mend, but she still has not returned to her daytime talk show. There are still guest hosts that have been taking over for her. And you've heard the rumors of her being jealous about this, but now we're hearing, according to The Sun, that Wendy Williams has isolated herself from producers. She has not spoken to producers. She hasn't spoken to the senior producers. The only person that she's communicating with right now, besides Little Kev, is her manager, Bernie. So let's get into what sources are saying. So according to The Sun, they said that sources are saying this. She hasn't been talking to anybody, not producers, not senior producers, no one. She has disappeared, and the only line of contact production has is through her manager. While production's concerned for the troubled host after she seemed to have fallen off the grid, they do appreciate her manager's expertise, and find some solace in his capabilities in comparison to a Kelvin Hunter. So they say this. Her manager is an ex-cop, so they like him because he can be a policeman for her. Despite that, the source says he really has no control, though, over Wendy Williams. Who does? Who does? So according to this show's source, they're saying that she's isolated herself from everyone and isn't talking to anybody connected to the show. Meanwhile, several sources have told The Sun that the staffers fear that Wendy Williams will never return. So you remember last year, there were several sources saying that they were concerned. The staff at the Wendy Williams Show was concerned before they started doing guest hosts that the show was going to end. And that's because this is their livelihood. If the show ends, now they have to find jobs other places. And look, there aren't a lot of daytime talk shows going on, especially here in New York. And if there are, they already have a staff. And it's a pandemic, so they don't need as much staff. According to this insider, they say, I don't think she's ever going to come back to the studio. So when I heard this report last night, of course, look, gotta rest. But when I heard this report last night, I was like, I'm not surprised. If you followed Wendy Williams' career over the years, she is her only best friend. And that's intentional. She is okay in a world where it's just her. And if you're a Cancer, a lot of you post in the comments in the comment section, like, you can relate to isolating yourself and being your only best friend. Look, I'm not surprised that Wendy Williams is not talking to producers, partly because that's just who she is, but also partly I think she might be a little upset with the replacement host. But can you be upset? They have advertisers that they have to pay. They have a staff that's relying on her and the show to take care of their lives during a pandemic where people are unemployed. So I understand where the producers are coming from. But at the same time, Wendy, I don't expect the producers to push you out there when you're not ready. But that says to me that Wendy Williams believes that she might be ready, and based on what they've seen at the show, the rumors at the show that she was allegedly drinking at the show. We've seen her seem very inebriated live on television. They are listening to what we were saying. Don't push Wendy out there if she's not ready, because we're going to be looking at you. So she clearly isn't ready to come back to the show. Remember, this is her final year on her contract, her final season on her contract. And if she doesn't return before the end of the season, I don't see Dubmar Mercury or advertisers willing to invest in Wendy Williams for any more seasons. That's sad to us, but at the same time, I would love to see Wendy Williams come back in a larger way, be it on radio, Sirius Radio. I think she can. And I think radio might be her easiest way back into this market of entertainment. And longer form, Wendy loves to talk. I think she kind of misses doing a show where she can talk freely for a couple of hours. So it wouldn't shock me to see Wendy Williams just write out this contract and then come back on radio. Wouldn't shock me. But it also doesn't shock me that Wendy has not spoken to producers, production, or anyone at the Wendy Williams show. Guys, I want to know your thoughts on this. Do you want to see Wendy Williams back on your television? Do you think that after this, she should just focus on doing something else and then maybe later coming back to television? I always love hearing your opinions and your thoughts. Happy Sunday, guys. Let me know your thoughts below. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.